Welcome back to AI for the people. Get ready. Because today, we're diving deep into the AI news that's setting the tech world on fire.
Yeah.
We're talking funding rounds, so big they make your head spin. Tools that sound like they're straight out of science fiction.
It is.
And the rise of AI agents, that could change how we live and work.
It's an exciting time to be following AI, that's for sure. The pace of innovation is just incredible, and the implications are far-reaching.
First up, let's talk about Databricks. They just secured a jaw-dropping $10 billion in funding.
Yes.
That's right, you heard that correctly. $10 billion with a B. This puts their valuation at a staggering $62 billion.
What's fascinating here is that Databricks isn't exactly a household name, at least not outside of the tech world. They specialize in what's called a lakehouse platform, which might sound a bit obscure, but it's essentially a way for companies to manage and make sense of massive amounts of data.
So why is this massive investment such a big deal? It's not like companies are just throwing money around for fun, right?
Right. This investment signals a huge vote of confidence in Databricks' approach to data management in the age of AI. Think of it this way. Data is the fuel that powers AI, and Databricks is building the infrastructure to make that fuel accessible and usable. As AI becomes more sophisticated, the ability to manage and analyze data effectively is going to be absolutely critical for any company that wants to stay competitive.
So Databricks is kind of like the oil tycoon of the AI world.
That's a pretty good analogy. They're providing the essential resource that's going to power the AI revolution. And they're not alone. We're seeing a global funding frenzy in the AI space.
Yeah.
Take Sakana AI out of Tokyo, for example. They've raised over 20 billion yen for their work on what they call nature-inspired AI models.
Okay, now that one definitely sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie. Nature-inspired AI models, what does that even mean?
It's a fascinating area of research that's gaining a lot of traction. Instead of relying solely on traditional computational approaches, Sakana AI is looking to the natural world for inspiration. They're studying things like how biological systems learn and adapt, and then they're applying those principles to AI development.
So they're basically trying to create AI that thinks more like a living organism.
In a sense, yes. They believe that by mimicking nature's intelligence, we can create AI systems that are more robust, adaptable, and ultimately more intelligent.
That's pretty wild. It's amazing to see the different approaches people are taking to AI development, and the investments are pouring in from all over the globe. It's like everyone's trying to get in on the AI gold rush.
Exactly. And speaking of the gold rush, we can't forget about Mistral AI in Paris. They just secured a cool 600 million euros for their work on what they call open and portable generative AI. They're focused on making AI tools more accessible and user-friendly, which could be a real game changer in terms of democratizing access to this technology.
Okay, 3 companies raking in billions to develop very different flavors of AI. Is there a common thread here? What's driving all this investment?
There's a growing realization that AI is not just a futuristic concept anymore. It's here, it's real, and it's poised to have a transformative impact on virtually every industry imaginable. Investors are betting big on the companies that they believe will be leading the charge in this AI revolution.
And speaking of transformative AI, let's talk about something that's been generating a ton of buzz. OpenAI's Sora. It's a text-to-video tool that's being hailed as a potential game changer.
Sora is definitely one of the most exciting developments we've seen in AI recently. The ability to generate high-quality videos from simple text prompts has the potential to revolutionize content creation across so many industries.
I mean, imagine being able to type in something like, create a video of a robot dog learning to do backflips on Mars, and then actually having a realistic video of that appear on your screen.
It sounds like science fiction, but it's becoming reality. Sora uses a sophisticated form of AI called diffusion modeling, which essentially starts with random noise and then gradually refines it based on the text prompt until it produces a coherent and visually stunning video.
But let's get real here. Is Sora truly revolutionary? Or is it just a cool gimmick? I mean, we've seen a lot of AI tools come and go that promised the moon, but then fizzled out. What makes Sora different?
It's still early days. But Sora has the potential to be truly transformative for a few reasons. First, the quality of the videos it generates is significantly better than what we've seen from previous text-to-video tools. Second, it's incredibly versatile. You can use it to create a wide range of videos, from photorealistic scenes to stylized animations. And third, it's relatively easy to use, which means it could be accessible to a much wider audience.
So you're saying this isn't just a toy for tech enthusiasts. This could actually have real-world applications.
Absolutely. Think about the implications for education, marketing, entertainment, even scientific research. You could create educational videos that bring complex concepts to life, generate marketing campaigns that are tailored to specific audiences, or even produce entire films without ever picking up a camera.
I've started to get why people are so excited about this.
Yeah.
But with all this power,
It's responsibility.
I mean, this potential for misuse is pretty obvious.
You're right. The ability to create realistic videos from text prompts raises a whole host of ethical concerns. We've already seen the rise of deepfakes, which are AI-generated videos that can be used to spread misinformation or even harm individuals.
But now with Sora,
Yeah.
creating those deepfakes is going to become even easier. So what can be done to prevent the misuse of this technology?
That's the million-dollar question, and there are no easy answers. It's going to require a multi-pronged approach that involves technological solutions, legal frameworks, and public education. We need to develop ways to detect and label AI-generated content, create laws that punish the malicious use of deepfakes, and educate the public on how to be critical consumers of online media.
It sounds like we're entering a whole new world, and we need to figure out the rules of the game before things get out of hand.
Exactly. AI is advancing at an incredible pace, and it's essential that we keep pace with its ethical and societal implications.
That's a lot to chew on. But we're just getting started. Up next, we're going to dive into the world of AI agents, which are basically software programs that can learn and act autonomously.
AI agents have the potential to revolutionize how we interact with technology and could even change the very fabric of our society.
But we'll save that for the part 2 of our deep dive. Don't go anywhere, folks, because things are about to get really interesting.
Welcome back to AI for the People. Before we jump into AI agents, I think it's worth pausing to consider the sheer scale of the changes we're witnessing in AI. We've gone from talking about AI as a future possibility to seeing it manifest in real-world applications that are changing how we create, how we work, and how we consume information.
It's mind-blowing, really. Just a few years ago, the idea of generating a high-quality video from a text prompt would have been considered science fiction. And now, with tools like Sora, it's becoming commonplace.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. As AI continues to advance, we can expect even more dramatic transformations in the years to come.
Which brings us to the topic of AI agents. Now, this is where things start to get really interesting and potentially a little bit scary. We're talking about software programs that can essentially learn and act on their own without direct human input.
Exactly. AI agents are designed to be autonomous and adaptable. They can learn from their experiences, make decisions, and even take actions to achieve specific goals.
Okay, so let's break this down a bit. What are some real-world examples of AI agents in action?
One example that's getting a lot of attention is OpenAI's ChatGPT tasks feature. It allows you to give ChatGPT specific instructions, like, schedule a meeting with my team next Tuesday, or find the best deals on flights to Hawaii, and then it will actually carry out those tasks for you.
So it's like having a personal assistant that lives inside your computer.
That's a good way to think about it. And as AI agents become more sophisticated, they could potentially handle even more complex tasks, like managing our finances, booking travel arrangements, or even interacting with customer service on our behalf.
That sounds incredibly convenient. But I can't help but feel a little uneasy about handing over so much control to an AI. What if it makes a mistake? What if it misinterprets my instructions?
Those are valid concerns, and they highlight some of the key challenges we face. As AI agents become more integrated into our lives, we need to ensure that these agents are reliable, trustworthy, and accountable for their actions.
But how do you teach an AI to be ethical? I mean, it's one thing to program a machine to follow a set of rules, but it's quite another to imbue it with a sense of morality.
It's a complex issue, and there's no easy answer. One approach is to train AI agents on large data sets of human behavior so they can learn to recognize patterns and make decisions that align with our values.
So basically, we're trying to teach AI to be human.
In a sense, yes. We're trying to impart our values, our ethics, and even our common sense onto these machines. But it's important to remember that AI will always be fundamentally different from human intelligence.
Right, and that difference is what makes this whole conversation so fascinating and potentially so unsettling. We're creating a new form of intelligence.
Yeah.
And we're still grappling with what that means for our future.
Exactly. And it's not just about the technical challenges. We also need to consider the social economic, and political implications of AI agents. What happens when these agents become so sophisticated that they can perform many of the jobs that humans currently do?
We're already seeing the impact of automation on the
Yeah.
workforce, and AI agents could accelerate that trend. It's a topic that's generating a lot of debate,
Yeah.
and there's no easy solution.
It's a challenge we need to address head on. We need to think about how we can prepare our workforce for the jobs of the future, how we can ensure that the benefits of AI are shared equitably, and how we can create a society where humans and AI can coexist and thrive.
It's a tall order, but it's one we can't afford to ignore.
Absolutely. The future of AI is not something that's going to happen to us. It's something we're creating together right now with every decision we make and every action we take.
And speaking of creating the future, let's shift gears for a moment and talk about Elon Musk and his new venture, xAI. Musk has been a vocal critic of AI in the past, warning about its potential dangers. So it was a bit of a surprise when he announced the launch of his own AI company.
xAI is focused on what Musk calls understanding the true nature of the universe. It's a very ambitious goal, and it's not entirely clear what that means in practical terms.
The one thing that is clear
Yeah.
is that xAI has secured a massive amount of funding, over $6 billion, across 2 funding rounds in 2024 alone. That's a lot of money, even for someone as wealthy as Elon Musk.
What's interesting about xAI is their approach. They're using data from X, formerly known as Twitter, to train their AI model, which they call Grok.
Now that's a bold move. Using the fire hose of social media data to train an AI, it's like trying to drink from a fire hydrant.
Exactly. It's a massive and incredibly noisy data set, but it also contains a wealth of information about human behavior, language, and culture.
So what kind of insights can xAI glean from all that data? What are they hoping to achieve?
It's still early days, but Musk has hinted that Grok could be used to answer some of the biggest questions in science, such as the origin of the universe or the nature of consciousness.
Okay, so xAI is aiming for the big picture.
Yeah.
The ultimate truth. It's like a cosmic quest powered by AI.
That's one way to look at it, but it's also important to remember that Musk has a history of making bold promises that don't always pan out.
So we'll have to wait and see if xAI can truly live up to its hype. But either way, it's a fascinating example of how AI is being used to push the boundaries of human knowledge and understanding.
It is indeed. And it highlights the incredible diversity of approaches and applications we're seeing in the AI field, from companies like Databricks focused on building the infrastructure for data management to companies like xAI, exploring the fundamental questions of existence. AI is touching every aspect of human endeavor.
And that's what makes this such an exciting time to be following AI. It's a field that's full of potential, both for good and for ill.
And as we continue our deep dive into the AI landscape, we'll explore both the opportunities and the challenges that this technology presents. Stay with us as we delve into more fascinating developments in Part 3 of AI for the People.
Welcome back to AI for the People. We've explored groundbreaking advancements in AI, from companies raking in billions to tools that sound like they're straight out of a sci-fi movie. But before we wrap up this deep dive, let's talk about a company taking a slightly different approach. Stability AI.
Stability AI is best known for its generative AI tools, particularly in the realm of image generation. They've been at the forefront of making AI accessible to a wider audience, which is an important aspect of this whole AI revolution.
Right, because for a long time, AI felt like this exclusive club for tech giants and researchers. Stability AI helped to democratize access to these tools, allowing more people to experiment and create with AI.
Exactly. But like many companies, in the fast-paced world of AI, Stability AI has also faced its share of challenges. They recently had to make some tough decisions, including layoffs, which highlights the volatility of this industry.
It's a reminder that even in a field as promising as AI, there are risks and uncertainties. Companies need to be nimble and adaptable to survive, especially as the technology continues to evolve at such a rapid pace.
Absolutely. And speaking of adapting and evolving, let's talk about Synthesia. They've developed a tool that makes it incredibly easy to create videos with lifelike avatars. It's a really powerful tool for communication and content creation.
I've seen some examples of videos created with Synthesia, and they're pretty impressive. The avatars look so realistic, and the whole process seems incredibly user-friendly.
That's one of Synthesia's key strengths. They've made video creation accessible to individuals and businesses that might not have the resources or expertise to produce high-quality videos using traditional methods.
So what are some of the practical applications of this technology?
The possibilities are pretty vast. You could use Synthesia to create training videos for employees, marketing materials for your business, or even educational content for students. It's also a great tool for creating personalized videos, which can be really effective for communication.
It sounds like Synthesia is democratizing video production in a similar way that Stability AI democratized image generation.
That's a good comparison. Both companies are making powerful AI tools more accessible to a wider audience, which is an exciting trend to see.
It's amazing to think about the potential impact of these tools. They're empowering individuals and businesses to create content in ways that were previously unimaginable.
And it's just the beginning. As AI continues to advance, we can expect even more innovative and accessible tools to emerge, further transforming the way we communicate, create, and interact with the world around us.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of AI,
Yeah.
what are some of the key takeaways you want our listeners to remember?
First, AI is advancing at an unprecedented pace, with breakthroughs happening almost daily. Second, this rapid advancement is leading to the creation of incredibly powerful and transformative tools, like Sora for video generation and Synthesia for avatar-based videos. And third, the accessibility of these tools is increasing, empowering individuals and businesses to harness the power of AI in ways that were previously unimaginable.
It's a really exciting time to be following AI. It feels like we're on the cusp of a new era, one where AI will play an increasingly central role in our lives.
Exactly. And it's up to all of us to shape that future. We need to engage in thoughtful conversations about the ethical implications of AI, the potential risks and benefits, and the ways in which we can ensure that this technology is used for good.
Well said. And on that note, I want to thank you, our expert, for joining us on this fascinating journey through the world of AI.
It's been my pleasure.
And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to AI for the People. We hope you found this deep dive informative and engaging. Don't forget to follow us on social media at AI for the People, like this episode, and share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your perspectives on the exciting developments we've discussed today. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.